Uh, I have reviewed this. I'm not sure how long ago. I'm smoking rum and maple.
Oh,
Had this in my Bjorn pipe. So I was smoking this yesterday, but I was just looking for something quick as we were starting up, and this is what I grabbed. So
how's the room note on that?
oh, it's nice. I mean it. I commented yesterday. This doesn't have as strong of a rum maple flavor as I remember it. This one I just purchased a few weeks back, but before it was stronger in its flavoring. So I don't know if they've given me it at the bottom of the bag or what, but normally it's like smoking a Belgian waffle.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, Yusuf, are you familiar with Tabo? That's in South Africa.
Say it again, are you?
Tabo, Thabo. He was a pipe presenter. It's been over a year since he put anything on his page, but
No, no. It's a year now. It's over a year and a half that I'm no more on Facebook and on the piping group on Facebook, so I haven't seen anything from him.
okay. Just curious. We've tried to get in contact with him, but hadn't heard anything from him in a while. So
Now was he?
Yeah, I'm off.
You hear my dog in the background.
Instagram. I'll use YouTube.
It's being naughty. Sorry, Yusuf.
yeah, he was.
Why did the one young man go to the bakery? He heard they have great rolls.
There's some tumbleweed flying about now, Yusuf.
Well, just to throw mine in there real quick, I'm smoking Bold Kentucky in the featured apple from Missouri Meerschaum. It's kind of my go-to. So
Very nice.
Great blend.
Leon, do you have your camera turned off on purpose, or is that an accident?
it's on purpose.
Okay.
I ended up not waking up until about a half hour before this started. So,
Good idea.
The makeup
Double check.
You're looking good.
Yes, you are.
Well, hey, this is the one I got from Chad.
Ah,
And
beautiful.
That's a beautiful pipe.
What's you
It's
smoking
got-
in there, Randy?
I'll
It's
stay
got
high real quick.
well, I started out my first
there you
pipe with my first pipe had this in there
Oh,
as a special occasion and all, but now I've switched over to some of my mix porch time.
Very nice.
I'm smoking an Arrow right now. This is Celtic Mist.
Hmm.
It's really grown on me.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Right. So I got my Maryland Meerschaum, and I went with Captain Black Dark because I was tired of fighting Brown Bogey.
Yeah.
That bitch will not stay lit.
How
You
I
the
feel.
person-
I've been trying Gowith and Hogarth's Dark Flake and Brown Flake unscented, and I fight with
Yeah.
them every. I cannot keep them lit for nothing.
Are you trying it out, Dave?
You know
That's-
what? I am now.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
I do
put my-
with those Navy roads.
I chop it as fine as I can, and then I'll put it in front of the halogen heater.
Yeah.
You know when you see it turning, so
Yeah.
as the leaf starts to lift,
Yeah.
that's when it's about right. But it can be it can be hard to keep lit.
It'd be easier for me to start a forest fire than to light that son of a bitch.
So we need to deal with the relights. My uncle back in the 70s used to say that's what microwaves were for.
I was gonna say I've seen in a couple of the pipe groups on Facebook recently people talking about using the microwave to dry out their tobacco a little bit.
Yeah.
I've never tried it, but
My uncle used to do that back when microwaves first came out in the 70s. He said this is the greatest thing there was for drying out his tobacco.
Yeah.
Nothing will make your wife happier than you using her microwave for your tobacco.
Hey, it might add some interesting flavor to the next meal that's made.
That's
Exactly.
our microwave to her. I could say that she's not out here.
That's right. We all talk a lot of shit when the wife's somewhere else.
Yeah.
I can say Mrs. Shucking does no cooking.
Well, since,
I'm
But
quite
they don't
fortunate
know.
'cause-
since
so
I'm the
I was
house
quite
head,
fortunate 'cause I was able to get my lady actually start pipe smoking.
Oh,
So it took a bit of time, but she was like, "That smells quite nice." And she actually, it's kind of funny. She actually enjoys more of the, you know, so-called like English blends and those kind of
Really?
blends more than the aromatics. So yeah, surprising. But
Yeah.
so for Christmas, I got a nice little Peterson pipe, a little St Patrick's Day one, and
Mhm.
yeah, she loves
very
it.
nice.
So, and every now and then she'll smoke one of my Emeraldines or yeah, it's nice.
What English
cool.
blends
So,
are
but
those?
even though like I was gonna say, even though like in the house it's a little bit different, we usually smoke outside. So if I'm in the office or in the living room, I'll smoke something a little bit more aromatically. Yeah.
That's Mrs. Chucking's pipe.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
That's lovely.
It's
It
the
is.
smallest pipe in the world. She's had two
Oh,
bowls in it. She has about 30 seconds and goes, "Oh, that's nice."
Is that enough? Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever tobacco I get, my wife just smells it. It could be anything, and it always smells like figs. That's all she ever says. Smells like figs. Chocolate figs, maple figs. It's all figs though. So I don't know.
my wife
That
says
is kind of what my wife says.
Big
Have
Mickey.
any gentlemen tried seasonal reserve on Gavin Hoggraff?
Yeah.
Tried
That's
what?
nice.
Mhm.
Seasonal reserve comes
Oh,
out like
No.
around Christmas time. Yeah, it's really nice. It's a really good room note as well.
I was gifted some of that a few years ago, and I've kind of been hoarding it, and I only smoke it at Christmas.
mm. Very nice.
Yeah, lovely.
I'll tell you guys, Boswell's Cherry Vanilla has an unbelievable room note. Even my wife seems to like that one.
Maybe try.
My wife categorizes all of my pipe tobaccos as cherry and everything else stinks.
Right, exactly.
Well, I ordered
And guess what? I don't like to smoke.
Yeah,
Jerry.
exactly.
Have you tried vanilla custard around her?
Mm.
Actually, she's okay with Lane 1Q and a couple of vanillas too. But
Yeah.
that's her joke, is that it's cherry or nothing. And
Yeah.
Try mixing it.
she actually tolerates all the Captain Black line too. So
And I'll say the Mary Monk.
mm.
It's probably the only English blend that I think most people will be okay with the room note. I mean, it's amazing.
I'm so happy with all the English blend room notes and last year. I love it.
Same.
Well, I don't
Doesn't
know,
matter which
but it's
my
another
wife
fun
thinks
like it.
English.
Well,
I think the
Sometimes I
youngest
smoke
mine-
some things, and my wife actually says the front porch isn't far enough away.
I think the only time I've had people accept my pipe smoking is when I'm smoking near a campfire, and I happen to be my smoke is better than the campfire smoke.
Yeah, true. The lesser of two evils.
Lesser of two evils.
Yeah.
do they give you a 1 to 5 how many tires are burning rating?
Well,
I
I
love
smoke
those
cigars
tires.
more often than pipes, so most people now are just like, well, at least it smells better than the cigar.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I know you talked about Boswell's. The one I like the best. I tried about 4 or 5 blends all at once here 6 months ago, and Piper's Pleasure and all those. They got too much coca in them for me. I don't care for them. But that Pennsylvania Dutch Treat, that has a cherry flavor to it. It is I'm not much of a cherry fan, but that one, even my wife likes that one.
Well, and Boswell's Bear Blend is a cherry and Latakia, and that is ironically, my wife hates Latakia, but she's okay with that blend. It must not smell too bad.
Yeah.
What's that like together? The cherry and latakia, because that sounds like it'd go well together.
It's not a strong cherry, so at least in the flavor, so they don't compete with each other. They actually go pretty well.
Like a cherry flavored tire.
There you go.
One of my first blends, it was Kendall cherry vanilla. God, it were awful. And I think a lot of people sort of agree. I did absolutely terrible.
I think the only cherry vanilla blend I liked was that Hobbit's Weed.
Me too. That's my favorite one.
I had the Colt Blood Red Moon or whatever it is that everybody always brags on, and it felt like I was smoking a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, I smoked through a 10 of that, but I wouldn't buy it again.
No, I bought 2 tins and had a hard time getting rid of the second one.
I'm pleased to hear that, because when I'm like watching people in the YTPC, I see some people raving about Colt Blood Red Moon, and we can't get it here, of course. So I'm pleased to hear that it's not what people sometimes say it is. I'm not a massive fan of sweet tobaccos anyway, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't particularly do aromatics. Piper Stew gave me some Colt Blood Red Moon. It's nice now and again. I think I've had 2 bowls out of it. So, like on a nice summer's day or something for a change, it's just like, but because I'm not an aromatic fan anyway, it's just nice for that change. It is quite cherry sort of thing. So, yeah.
Does it burn hot though?
Yeah, but arrows do, don't they? I think because they're in that much. Is it the PGVG that they put on it? That's why they're always sticky and moist, isn't it? Or possibly, I could be wrong.
Don't get me wrong. I love some aromatics. I love I'm actually smoking the McBaron Vanilla Cream or Vanilla Toffee Cream. I think they've changed the branding, but that's really, really good. And good. One of my favorites. But when I started pipe smoking, funny enough, I didn't really know what I was doing, and I got myself some Peterson's Wild Atlantic, and I started smoking that. Actually, I really enjoyed it. Kind of something I jarred for a while, and then came back to it. And even now I've still got some of it floating about. So it's quite nice.
Bob, you got to get you a microwave for them aromatics. That's what you're missing.
I've got my halogen. I'll stick it in front of the halogen heater. That'll cook it. Like cooking a cake.
I got from Father Brian. It's a black Cavendish, a Burley Virginia, and a warm vanilla topping. The room note is quite nice. It's like baking, like somebody's baking biscuits there in the kitchen. A very nice blend. Thank you, Father Brian. I'm really enjoying your tobaccos.
You're welcome. Professor Jeremiah, I just saw that Three Rivers joined the test yesterday. So would you be able to let him know that he's in the wrong meeting?
Oh, he joined it for yesterday.
Yes, I just got a notification he joined yesterday's meeting. I'm not sure I have the courage.
We can come on.
I think you gentlemen in America are absolutely spoiled the choices of tobacco and the prices.
I was going to say, and the price of tobacco. We're spoiled on that too.
Yeah.
God, I look at some of the prices in Canada. Holy cow.
Over here, we have a real big problem with importing any kind of tobacco, but especially cigars at the moment. Cigar prices are insane. Especially Cubans.
Ridiculous price, aren't they?
Yeah. But I still love them every now and then for a treat.
Yeah, that's the same as me.
Tobacco, you're looking at.
Do they check the post when something's sent to you? Do they actually open it up and check?
Yep.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm assuming they make you pay taxes on it then before you can get it?
Yep.
Not if it's bought in the UK. If it's bought in the UK, all the taxes are already on there from the actual retailer you're buying it from. So then it's added to your basket when you check out. You just see like tax £150 or something ridiculous.
Oh.
If having a big
What if
order.
somebody in America sent you something? Would they open it and then charge you taxes on
Yeah,
it
they
still?
probably would.
Yeah,
They
I
probably
got when Doc Pipe Ninja Cliff, when he sent me the Phil Rivera pipe, he didn't send any tobacco, fortunately. But it was like a big box. He sent me a book on shooting and hunting, the Phil Rivera pipe, and a Tampa, and the Phil Rivera Rema, opened and then stick it all up, opened by and checked by Border Force.
So I have mailed a lot of candy to the UK.
Well,
That's a good thing to do. They'll be all right with
You hide it
confection.
in a chocolate bar, yeah.
I normally list it as cooking spices.
There you go.
There you go.
Whatever it
I
takes.
think the one time I mailed something or mailed tobacco outside of the U.S., I labeled it as hobby supplies,
Yeah, there
and
you go.
it didn't cause any troubles. So
Okay.
The first time I tried it, I actually wrote tobacco, and the clerk actually handed it back to me and said, "Write something else."
Yeah. I've had success with wood and wood filler.
Nice.
So what you're saying is I
That's
shouldn't
it,
complain
when
about
we pick up the
paying
parcel at the
$3 for
post
a
office.
pound.
That's where we have to pay our duties. There's always a income tax charge or a custom fee charge when we pick up our parcel. And according to the weight of the parcel or the size of the box, you're going to pay according to that. So the last box that I got from the Stumbles, it was 14 ounces of tobacco, and they charged me, if I convert it into US dollars, it was then 20 US dollars that I had to pay for the custom fee or the import duty fee.
That's not too bad though.
Yeah, I mean,
$20.
on something like that at UK, we'd be paid £180 maybe.
Yeah, it would be.
What do they do with that money? I mean, how do they justify that? Is it
Well,
Give it to the illegals.
what Richie Sunak does then, that enables them to go to their private club bars and get cigars tax free.
Yeah, I bet they do.
And whiskey and whatever else they do in their private clubs.
I'd be less upset if that's what they did with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
Actually, in the Parliament, in the House of Commons, there is actually a pipe and a pipe and cigar shop right near JJ Fox, and they all usually go in there and light up. So lovely place, a lovely store. But again, really, very expensive.
Yeah.
They'll just put it down as expenses. We're
Well,
getting
then you need to-
political. We're not doing political. I don't do
you need to
rants.
send your cigarette smoking friends and tell them to go in there and ruin their good time.
What you're saying is I shouldn't complain about paying nearly $3 for a pound of bulk.
That's incredible.
Wow.
That's going to get your feed canceled here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what was it that Brian Doran's that Drexel? They were selling it for 79 cents a pouch a while back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's not a bad pouch vapor. You know, if you like
He
vapor.
seemed to like it quite a bit. Yeah.
I guess
What I find interesting is, sorry. What I find interesting though, in the UK we have these tins. I think you guys have them as well, but they're just a little bit different. Like they're like tins, and you guys have no offense, but just like it's like cat food, like with the can. I always find that kind of funny.
Yeah.
Some of them come in the can. Yeah, we do have the tins like that too. And
Right.
luckily, Florida it doesn't yet have all the disturbing pictures on their stuff.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is like
Yeah, same, yeah.
I'm surprised California doesn't have all the death notices and gory pictures, but they will eventually, I'm sure. But so far,
Oh,
Yeah, I'm not
It's
sure.
ridiculous here where there's so many people you won't believe. Me and my lady were out the other night for my birthday, and the amount of people that smoke vapes is just ridiculous. Like you'll see them come out, and you think, oh, there's another smoker coming out, and they'll just suck on their vape, and I'm like, oh. And then they a comment like, oh, the pipe. You know, I always try and be like, well, you should try it. You should give it a go.
My cigar lounge in Wyoming, my is they sell 75% of their revenue is vape now.
Wow.
How is that acceptable and not and pipe smoking?
Mm.
Oh, come
That's
on. You
weird.
asking logical questions now?
I am. I always ask logical questions.
Time to end the call.
Hello, Steve. Steve's in.
All right, Bob. Hi,
Nice to-
David. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello,
Is that
Steve.
you in there, Benjamin? Amongst
Yes, it
all
is.
that hair and growth, flipping heck.
Still
Need
got
to
my
get
shades
the
on
mower
there.
on that one.
Pretending it's summer.
Guys, I'll be right
No,
back.
I actually, I have to have my shades on because I actually have a rare eye
Charging.
condition, so it helps with like the sensitivity sometimes off the screen and things. Plus,
Yeah,
when I started, it actually was light. So, but yeah, one of the reasons for the shades is not just me trying to look cool.
that's that and robbing post offices.
Yeah.
Happy
How are you
days.
doing, Steve? Have you been doing okay?
Oh, fine, absolutely tickety boo.
Good stuff.
Um,
Good stuff.
Can just about manage a skip.
Are you in a pub at the moment?
It's
that your house?
no, it's virtual reality. I'm in the
Oh, right. Brilliant.
Eagle and Child in Oxford.
Mm.
Oh,
It's
you've
either
gone
that
posh.
or
You've
see-
gone posh, Steve.
Yeah, well, it's either that or see all my drawings on flies and such, which gets complicated. I.e., yeah. Well, there we go. Everyone else
Well, you
doing
say-
well?
Yeah, good. Scott's gone on holiday.
Went to the ocean.
Oh yes, good man. First class, pip pip, tally ho. Oh dear. Do you know,
Hey,
Bob?
Unfortunately, I'm not out in the. Sorry, Steve. I was going to say I'm not out in the country today. But,
Sorry, mate.
I thought it would have got a bit dark, and I'd have to light a fire, and it'd be a nightmare.
I'm technologically inept, so you'll always see my background.
Oh, I'll get rid of it then. It's it's just choose background. There we go.
We just
What are
need
you
somebody
what are you
norm.
smoking this afternoon, Steve?
I'm on something I haven't smoked for a while, which I thoroughly enjoy. Is Commonwealth.
Lovely.
Samuel Gowith. It's 50% Latakia, 50% Virginia, healthfully steamed, and it's quite I say adult tobacco. It's slow smokes, and yeah, it's very, very nice.
Very nice indeed.
Bob,
Any
he's
lake-
steamed.
any
He
lake
doesn't
in it,
use the
Steve?
microwave.
There we go. So there we are, Bob.
That's better.
Me normal, or one of them.
Go on.
Oh, my
Caught some
fishing
fish on
flies.
them.
You say
Aye,
you're
caught some
normal?
fish on them.
Sorry.
Did you say you're normal?
No, the background's normal. I'll never be normal. You know me, Professor. Hey,
Is it-
may I speak to Bob just for a second? Because this is the first time we've had a chance to chat, being in the same country. One day, I hope you do a little outdoor video lunch at Wentworth.
Yeah, I can do
Wentworth
that, mate.
House.
Yeah, I can
Because
do that.
Yeah, was it your grandfather used to shoot there?
No,
Oh,
my grandpa was he had a joinery business. He worked for himself. He used to do all the joinery maintenance inside on the old woodwork.
Wow. What
And
a
then-
place.
And then 'cause it's the longest frontage stately
It
home
is.
in the country, isn't it?
It is.
It's the William Fitzpatrick's that own it.
Well, I don't know. I know it's back in. Is it with the heritage now? This is
possibly.
a rather large country house we're talking about that suffered a bit with subsidence. There was mining, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And during the war, it was commandeered by the army for training and cracking codes and such. And then after the war, it was in a little bit of disarray, and now it's been restored. It's a wonderful, wonderful building with great history, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a fantastic shooting estate as well. Because I mean, we used to go duck shoot. We used to do duck shoots on there. Some of the drives, and then we couldn't actually afford to shoot the main park itself. I mean, you'd be talking out, silly money. We used to do boundary days at Wentworth, which were absolutely fantastic. So, yeah,
there we go. Well, gentlemen, thank you for letting me go through. And Ethan, lovely to meet you, sir.
Yes.
Or be it virtually.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love these things. John Albright Up used to do them pretty regularly on Tuesday nights, and I've missed them. So I'm really glad that David decided to start them up again.
Yeah, this is really nice.
By the way, David's twin brother Chris is down in the bottom right hand side. I did notice.
Yeah, see,
I used to call Dave Chris a lot.
I answer to anything. It's okay.
That would be one of his better names.
Yes, that's right. I've been called worse.
Oh, me too. Would you believe it? That's just by the family. But there you go.
Why did the one-legged man lose all the arguments to his wife? He had no leg to stand on.
Tumbleweed.
Just if you get to write a book.
There it goes. Oh, I don't know if anyone saw Ian Walker's description on a Rhodesian stroke a bulldog. I've not had any. Yeah, interesting. I thought there's going to be a lot more derogatory comments coming back. Oh, I know nothing. I know nothing.
So that's a Rhodesian.
Yes.
Very nice. I didn't get myself one.
So this is what confused. This is what got me originally. Just put that down. So I got the Stanwell, and it says Rhodesian on it, and it's like, but it's a bulldog because it's got a square shank. But according to Ian, it's Rhodesian because it's bent. Bulldogs are straight. And it's actually stamped Rhodesian on it.
Well, I think he went back. It's at Cheriton's. That was from 1897, and but Silvio has. I think he came up with some history as well on his channel, but I think his originated in the 1900s. So I think we'll go back to Ian's description. Well, I will anyway. There we go.
Well, and to add to
what do you think, Ethan?
Well, to add to the confusion, if you look at the old Dunhill, some of the older Dunhill shape charts, they listed things that were bent as bulldogs and that had a diamond shank, but they also listed things that were bent with a diamond shank as Rhodesians. And I cannot for the life of me figure out what the difference between the two is in terms of the shape, and that's according to Dunhill, which is, that everybody talks about them as being the shaped Bible. But they had straight and bent pipes that they labeled as bulldogs. Huh. And the Rhodesians came with both diamond and round shanks, but I couldn't figure out what the difference between a diamond shanked Rhodesian and a diamond shanked bulldog when they're both bent was.
So, David, just when you thought everything was going very smoothly.
Controversy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Who knew? Huh?
We need Stonehenge Minstrel on here to set us all straight.
Yeah, SHM,
Well-
SHM would be like, right, this is it.
Well, can I say, he made a comment and he actually said Dunhill's history is the same as what Sheraton's is. But that's in the comments from Stone Minstrel. So Stonehenge Minstrel. There we go.
Interesting.
This is the lucite Roma that I got from Stilly Papa Bear. So
Greg,
Oh
Hey,
my
Greg.
God.
It is time for a tunnel tape.
Hold on.
Hello.
I
This
guess
is the
that's our
first
cue
time
to
It's gone.
You got a mute button there, Dave. You may as well use it now. Hold on, I need to let the dog in.
That's what I'm going to do in a minute.
Go on, then.
Well, hopefully this is live streaming to YouTube. I've had mixed signals from my computer.
It is.
Oh, good.
I checked on my iPad.
Is there any comments in there?
the first
Only
one
a
stopped at
couple.
about 45 minutes, but it started over.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I fiddled around with it for a bit because Dave checked and it wasn't working, so I shut that down and started over. So maybe it just need to be restarted.
Yeah, Jacques Chabert, Lurker Troy, Tunnel was on the comments. Let's see. Conservative Joe, Polypore. Oh, she's on.
Oh, nice.
Dave checked and it wasn't working, so I shut that down and started over. So
Yeah, it's working
maybe it
good
just need
now,
to be restarted.
David. It's working good now.
Jacques Chabert, Lurker Troy, Tunnel was on the comments. Let's see. Conservative Joe, Polypore. Oh, she's on.
Oh, nice.
Wait.
Dave checked and it wasn't working, so I shut that down and started over. So
Yeah, it's working
maybe it
good
just need
now,
to be restarted.
David. It's working good now.
Jacques Chabert, Lurker Troy, Tunnel was on the comments. Let's see.
Is it just me, or are we in an endless loop of hearing the
I
same
think
audio
so.
over and over again?
I was waiting to catch up with myself. What's going on?
Hello, Greg.
Tunnel was on the comments.
I would answer more of them on the chat.
Oh, I think we're stopped. I think we're good now.
Yeah.
Okay, back in real time.
Greg looks in shock.
I'm totally confused, yo. I'm totally confused.
You're not the only one.
I don't think Greg looks old enough to smoke a pipe.
He's had a shave.
Oh, dear.
It's my
Trust me,
baby. thing.
If you see him in person, you'll know he's old enough.
Yeah, I'm limping around. Oh, God.
Well, that's
Wow.
quite a lighter there, Ben.
I must put my sock on.
Hey, Yusef.
Hello, Greg. Hope you well.
Where am I at in the big screen? Can I look up like this and see you?
There's a story.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a Hollywood Squares template for the next meeting.
Yeah.
Who gets to be in the middle?
Yeah.
I want to be Paul Lynn in the middle square.
Yeah, you can have him.
Surprised you said that, Randy.
Well, I don't want
Oh my
his
God.
boyfriend.
You guys, you know we're old. We're all laughing about Hollywood Squares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least you didn't say you wanted to be Phyllis Diller. So
Now that's Steve.
Who is she?
How old are you?
oh,
We gotta work. We got to work in a Love Boat joke now.
Yeah.
We're going back to black and white TV, Steve.
Yeah, well, my good lady just entered the room. I turned the camera around and shot out. What was that he said? I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah.
If you ever see my wife on a video, know I'm now dead. She'll shoot.
Dave can be Captain Stubing.
All right. Shave my head.
I guess does that make me gopher?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I always find when the ladies appear on it, it's the viewing figures go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Why do you think I put my wife in a couple videos?
I try to get Amy to be on some, but she won't have it. So no way.
Billy Stiller.
According to Wikipedia, Phyllis A.D.A. Diller was an American stand-up comedian, actress, author, musician, and visual artist, best known for her eccentric stage persona.
That's nothing like me.
I never knew she was a visual artist. Whatever that is.
I used to have hair like that in the 60s.
Don't worry, it wasn't her hair.
All right.
Yeah.
Why did the one man become a tailor?
Pipe me ups.
He had a great eye for hemming pens.
Right. I'm getting a bit concerned now. Printing Piper, are you a sheriff?
I'm a prison. I run a prison.
Right, my brain is totally mixed now.
Oh, I see a
Prison
few
nurse.
guys running behind you. I think they got out.
All right,
The hell I will.
if the mountain lions don't get them, the bears will.
That's why he feels comfortable in this group.
Hey, he sounds like John Wayne's love child. That's a great voice. Get down off your horse and drink your milk. The hell I will.
You sure you're not with these guys?
Stop where you are, Pilgrim.
There you go. Can you say that these days? Let's
You
ask
say
Greg.
whatever you want.
Oh, you missed a controversy.
Is Pilgrim non-binary?
What? Oh, don't go there. Who said that? Is there anyone here from Canada? No.
I mean, you've got a Canadian joke, Steve.
No. There was such a thing called the Ladies World Cup, and they had a non-binary playing for him, which was basically a bloke full of hormones. I mean, he was no good at, funnily enough, ball control, but he could kick it quite a way. Well, apparently it was a non-binary, but he's a he. Is that right, Greg?
I'm not getting in it.
Oh, come on.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
That was the Greg fly.
Now, I'm not the host of this, so I hope somebody else has red and yellow cards handy with Steve in the room.
Help me out here, Greg.
Crossing boundaries, Steve. Crossing boundaries.
Oh, come on. Oh, no. No. Oh.
Is there any interesting characters that go to your pipe meetups? I need to get up there. It's in Nottingham, isn't it?
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to ask you, Steve, how's your pipe meetups?
Oh, they're brilliant. In Glossop. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it's in a pub called the Globe. And they actually brew their own beers there as well. And they have a covered area outside. So pipe smokers, you can even take the dog. So there you go.
Wow.
So you'd be. How is the dog, by the way?
Yeah, she's good. She's outside at the moment.
Most
She's making a bit.
excellent.
She was making a bit too much noise in here, so I was like, right, come on. The thing is, when I light the pipe up, she thinks we're going for a walk. 'Cause,
Oh,
usually the pipe smoking equals walkies.
Yeah.
I was like that. Yeah. This virtual stuff she doesn't understand. I was in a meeting, and it was quite an important meeting, and she decided to get up. I'm like, everyone, meet the dog. But yeah, I have to get to some of your pipe meetups. They look really good. I've been watching some of them on your channel, and they look great. I take it the pub's happy about.
oh, crikey, yeah. It's a vegan. They serve vegan food.
Right.
There's a
We'll not be
conversation.
eating them.
I'll bring my own steaks in.
Yeah. Apparently, it's quite nice. I've never attempted it yet.
Don't say that word out loud. I got cows out back. It'll hurt their feelings.
Okay, I'm going.
Yeah.
I'll bring a little burner with me, and a nice bit of meat, put it on the table, and cook myself up a steak and smoke a pipe. That's one thing I haven't really done. Like, there is some people who actually will smoke and eat at the same time, and I find that kind of odd.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know how you generally feel, but
Oh no, they do. They do stop smoking whilst they eat.
yeah.
Don't want to ruin the flavor of a good steak.
Or even a good tobacco if it's vegan. Professor, can you put those cards away?
All our cows are fed vegan food, so the steaks are vegan.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
I'm a secondhand vegetarian. Just
Yeah.
about everything I eat is a vegetarian.
Yeah.
You love that grass-fed
I
beef.
like
That
that.
works.
Yep.
It's all in the food chain. It counts. You're vegan.
That's right.
See, we're all helping global warming. We're eating the cows.
Right.
There's all that flatulence we're getting rid of.
Got to
Well,
reduce
they're
the
blaming the
methane.
cows' flatulence, aren't they, for global warming?
Yep.
Clearly,
What
that's
do
the
you call
problem.
one-legged cow?
Hmm?
It's called ground beef.
Well, the cows produce too much methane and then greenhouse effect. So I'm reducing the methane every hamburger.
That's right.
Drink to that.
Well, gents, this was a lot of fun. I'm going to have to cut and run.
Thanks, Heath.
David, thank you so much for putting this together. I
You're
hope,
welcome.
hope to catch the next one too.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for
It's
showing.
good meeting you.
See you, Ethan.
It was nice
Hi,
meeting you.
Yeah, so there you can.
Have a good day.
I'm talking about animals. Like, it's strange. If I'm smoking, I found that horses really enjoy either pipe smoke or cigars. I'll be walking along and I'll be followed by these horses.
Interesting.
Really?
Not the
Yeah,
aftershave.
it's great. They love it.
Interesting.
Maybe it's the
Maybe
way
take
you're
them back.
walking.
What did I say?
It's all about hair.
Just
Hey,
being in
Dave.
sunglasses.
I got a question for you, Dave. Brutal Enough is asking how he gets on the Zoom. Did you send him a link?
You know what? I don't think I ever got it. I don't have an email for him. So if he,
I think Bob does. Bob, do
Okay.
you have an email? Bob has an email for Chris, brutal enough.
Okay.
If you,
Would you be-
can send him a link.
would you be able to forward him that email with the link in it?
I can't. What now?
If you want.
Oh, blimey.
I've actually got to drop myself. Y'all have a good rest of your day.
Oh, thanks, Leon. You too. Appreciate
Bye,
you
Leon.
showing.
Bye, Leon.
Bye.
Why Leon?
Goodbye.
Yes.
This could get complicated.
If you disappear, we'll know what happened, Bob.
This is why I drive a truck for a living.
Hey, David.
Yes.
How do I get this screen where I can see all of us at one time instead of just a switch between the speakers.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
There
work
should
out.
be an option, a gallery. Let's see. I'm on my iPad, so I'm not sure where it would be on your device or computer. But if you go up to, you should have something that says, let's see. Let me find out here.
Are you on your phone, Greg?
I am on my phone. Yes.
Yeah, if you just swipe across the screen, it should.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to the right.
That's better.
Swipe to the
Uh-oh.
Or we might lose him either way.
Right.
Well, I was trying to figure out a way to get rid of it. No.
Because I'm
Okay,
so
I got it,
technologically
yeah.
advanced,
Good.
Did that
I've
work?
forwarded that to Chris now. So if you can let Brutal know,
Yes.
and I
Did that
managed
work,
it.
Greg?
I got it.
Good.
Yes, I had to swipe to the left.
Yeah.
But I guess it all depends on which way my camera's laying, I reckon. I don't know.
Now, you still, on a phone, you still don't get to see everybody in the room. But
Really?
if you can see me.
That's probably a bonus.
That's
I
all.
I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can see 8. Yeah, I can see 8 and then myself in the corner.
Just as long as I'm in the frame, that's okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering. The professor is in the room.
What you smoking there, Greg? What are you smoking today?
A long stem pipe, I bet.
I'm
Is
gonna
it-
let Dave guess what this is. And
Is it from Colombia? Got a sheriff in the
That'll
room.
get you about 6 months where I'm at.
6 months is right.
Can you give him 6 months? Put him in the clink.
You'd not let him in the state, would you?
I love you guys.
Mexican rock.
But it's in California. It's been decriminalized, so don't even worry.
Yeah, that's true. Pipes,
No.
not so much, but
It's
marijuana.
Laneberry cherry.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
people.
Yeah, let's call it that, Greg.
Huh?
I said, yeah, let's call it that. Works for me.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Sherry.
I
Officer.
used to call it Mary Jane, but I call it
Whatever
Late-
worked.
now.
Mary Jane.
I have to
You know, that's a good point. In California, if I get called on for pipe smoking, I can just say it's weed, and then they'll be fine.
Yeah,
There you go.
Crazy.
You know,
You'd be in less
that's
trouble.
crazy.
I would. They'd like it.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
That is. Yeah.
What's
I
funny
actually
here
heard
is
about-
the sheriff sends a message to the state next to us, Washington, because they come here to vacation in the summer, and he sends out a notice every year: don't bring that stuff with you. It'll send you straight to jail.
Whoa.
So,
In Idaho, it will.
David,
Yeah,
if
I
you're
don't-
not allowed to clean your hair in California,
Yeah, I plug in my ozone machine and sit out on the back patio, and
but you're not allowed to clean hair in California.
no, I guess no.
You can smoke
The weirdest
marijuana.
thing. It's the strangest thing. I don't know what the problem is with the ozone machine, but I feel really happy every time I drag it out, just to know that I'm doing something the governor doesn't like.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
David, that was another box of candy that I had to
That's
send.
right. Yes, that's right. That was a great box of candy. I appreciate it.
My UPS guy said you sure send a lot of candy.
Candy man.
I'm the candy man.
I'm the
Exactly.
candy man. I can't
Yeah.
call myself air pirate to him. So
Yeah, that's true. Gotta keep that under wraps.
The candy man can.
Mhm.
Let's just cut them in and it'll be all right.
what's pretty funny is you can lay your weed out on the table. You got to put a cover over the ozone ion machine.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah,
Gee
I
whiz.
was so surprised when I was looking at Amazon and pricing those, and I added it to my shopping cart in big red letters. This item cannot be shipped to California. So that's where Piper Dave stepped in.
What is the age restriction for smoking weed in the state? South Africa just passed a new law that they made the age restriction 16.
Oh, it's 18 in California.
Is it? Oh, okay. I thought they didn't have a restriction. Okay, that's
What about
Yeah.
smoking tobacco?
Actually, no, they it's 21 because it's the same thing as cigarettes.
Oh.
And I mean, so you can smoke weed at 18, but you can't smoke tobacco.
No, I'm sorry.
You get the death penalty.
It's 21 for marijuana.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 21 for. They made it for alcohol, tobacco, and weed.
I think everything should be one age. That, I mean, forget all these different. And the thing is like if you can't smoke tobacco at 19, then why should you be allowed to join the military at 19?
Oh,
It's saying that your judgment is impaired at that age.
Yeah.
So 21 should just be the magical number that you can do everything.
What if you smoke tobacco and join the military? Then is your impaired?
Yeah.
But at 14,
on the girls' basketball team, that's okay.
but at 14, you can choose to be a girl.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Gee.
Now you need to mute Greg.
No.
Over to you, Greg.
No. I get myself in enough trouble. I can do that plenty on my own. Y'all don't have to pull me into anything.
Red card.
Red card's coming out.
It can't be for me.
It wasn't me.
It was Shakespeare that started all this. It was really England that started all this cross dressing.
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah.
Elton John, you mean?
Elton John too.
I'd love to see the California guy and the England guy debating on who's worse.
I know you meant who's better, not worse.
I blame the Germans.
That's a good idea. I
like
the Germans too. Actually, they're pretty much.
I nearly went there.
You
I nearly said if they'd won the war, I'd have none of this. Oh, well done, Bob. I thought you were on my side.
Hey, Bob, is Chris coming?
I've emailed him. So,
okay.
David, have you messaged him on the thing to say he's got the email?
Let's see.
Yeah, I did send a message to him on the chat telling him to check his email.
Can I just say, if he can hear us, no musical instruments.
He isn't that bad.
Steve, I need a night out with you, Steve.
Oh, you're his biggest fan. Oh, Chris, that was lovely. I was in tears. It was beautiful. It pulling at my heartstrings.
He says he's
a bit of a legend.
You shouldn't encourage him.
Says he's working on it, and I would type more on the chat, but my fingers are turning blue.
I've
So
got that awful thing to do next.
I was only joking, Chris. I had my fingers crossed all the time.
Oh, jeez.
I love this little pipe, by the way. This is my Rurabic. What to say? That's
a lovely pipe.
Benjamin, were you smoking that when the cattle started following you?
No, I was actually. I was smoking my naughty one. But
Probably all in
follow me,
season.
I find that wildlife does follow me around. It's quite strange.
Would that make him a cattle pipe piper?
Do any of you guys watch? Just out of interest, do you guys watch Dry Creek Wrangler?
Of course.
That sounds.
He's how I got started.
He loves his pipes as well, but because he was interviewed, wasn't he, from is it the Pipe Cottage? I think what his name is, but I know it was a really good interview actually.
Benjamin, what was it called again?
The channel name is Dry Creek Wrangler School.
Is that anything like Brokeback Mountain?
No.
Where's the red card? Get the red
No,
card.
no.
Red card.
Red card.
I've never seen that film.
The sheriff's for me now. John Wayne's coming for me now.
Talking about
I'm on my
films, though,
tablets. I can't help it. Sorry.
talking about films, like, it is really surprising to find a film nowadays, a modern film with any kind of smoking in.
Yeah.
Even like
Can we,
you know, cigarettes.
can we start
I mean,
insulting China or something? Change the subject.
I've never seen a Chinese person smoke a pipe.
Pardon? Or you can. Sorry?
I've never seen a Chinese person smoke a pipe.
Hmm.
Maybe they do. I don't know if it's popular out there or not. I know they love their cigars. They have a big Year of the Ox like
Too
cigars.
busy eating dogs.
If you
Cats.
talk to Jan Boswell, he'll tell you the Chinese are the reason and tobacco's gone up so much. They take everything they can buy.
There you go.
Yeah, I think Brutal said they were buying up all the really good briar as well, did he not?
Wow.
Well, that surprises me. They say they don't export it, do they?
They're gonna bomb Taiwan with it.
Steve, have you been to Ireland?
Yes. Several times fishing.
Lovely.
Yeah, Northern Ireland and the Republic, yes.
I stopped at Shannon Airport once. That's about as close as I got.
Did they send you back, Scott?
I was just wondering if pipe tobacco from actually Dublin, with a piece of pipe from there, if it's any different. You know, the Guinness tastes different there.
Oh, the Guinness is more like treacle. It's like the best stuff on earth. It's wonderful. Yeah. When I say treacle, it's just got so much body to it. It's wonderful. But the tobaccos, there's well, the old Murray's one, the Yachtsman, is it? I did get some of that. I don't know if they make it anymore. And then there's the Condor Cob as well, which you can get over there that obviously we cannot.
Yeah.
Out, guys. I'm
Hey,
losing
Chris
my
is
battery
here.
on the phone.
Well done, Chris. I've been sticking up for you.
Bull crap.
What do you mean? But Greg said bull crap.
Uh-oh.
Red card.
Go there he is. Okay.
He's gone. Oh, there he is.
How you doing, Chris? All right.
Good to see you, Chris. I don't care what the others say.
Have you got
You
the
tell
guitar?
you're from that side of Pennine, Steve.
Sorry. It's the water. It comes from Wales.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's Austria, Chris? Is it getting dark yet? Is he with us?
He may be on mute.
His mouth is moving, but I
Oh,
can't hear.
unmute yourself, Chris.
So can you hear me now?
Yeah, there we
Hello.
go.
Hello,
Yes.
there you are.
Does it work?
Yep.
Ah, yeah, now they can hear me.
Yeah.
Greetings, fellas.
Greetings.
A bit complicated.
Good to meet you.
Not as complicated as me getting that email to you. Yeah.
Yeah, well done, Bob.
Yes, thank you, Bob.
No.
Bob, you're the new technical advisor. I'm appointing you a new position.
Yeah.
No way.
You're a tech-savvy trucker.
David,
Greg-
this show has been definitely a competition of who's the worst tech.
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Yeah.
Greg's just giving us the finger then.
I was trying to move my finger around.
Sorry. Very nice.
I thought you'd like that, Steve.
Thank you. Well, it's been very quiet here, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have to get accustomed to all this. It's difficult because it's a foreign language. I have to listen very carefully what everyone is saying.
No, it's not foreign language, Chris. It's
And don't listen too carefully.
I know you guys well enough.
Yeah. We got a sheriff in the room, just letting you know.
Yeah.
The official smoking age in this room is 21, so hope all you qualify.
Is that maximum age?
Maximum age.
The maximum mental age.
Oh, great.
I've got a mental age of 7.
Well, they can't tell my mental age.
I'd say the average is about 9 in the room.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yep.
For me, it's still amazing to see all the people from all over the world. We are all smoking a pipe at the same time.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty
I mean,
nice.
it's a technical miracle. Still.
It's around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Cheers.
Isn't technology brilliant?
It is. Most of the time.
Yeah. It's horrible, but it's also pretty good in it. If you know.
Yeah.
I'm pleased. I'm just pleased we're not in a lockdown.
Somewhat
I
horrifying.
mean, we all grew up in a time without smartphones. So maybe that's the reason it's still so remarkable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
I remember doing my first phone call with a mobile phone standing in the middle of a field. I'm thinking, wow, I'm taking a phone call here.
Yeah.
That's right.
When I was a kid, we used to have tin cans with a string, and we could communicate with each other. We'd only be 3 feet away from each other, but wow, technology.
I think it's great.
High tech, man. I had carrier pigeons when I was a kid.
We used to have a pay phone in the village. You put your money in it, and you banged it. The money would drop out, and then you could put your money back in, and you could just keep doing that. You never had to pay for a phone call.
Tell the kids today, they just don't believe you.
Well, they don't know. Phone boxes are full of books now.
What's exactly?
Yeah,
that's right.
We are lucky that we are
libraries.
We are lucky that we are born in this time, so we know the old world and the new world. When smartphones and computers and all came around, we still know how it was back then.
Yeah.
Even I can remember that just about. But again, I think to myself, well, we've got technology now, but back then you could smoke anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I do miss it, especially here in England because it's so cold. Like in the winter, I go down to a local pub and we usually have a few gentlemen turn up and we smoke pipes and cigars. But doing that in January or February is hard. And people look at you like you're crazy. You're sitting out there with full winter gear on, and I'm like, well, yeah, the old days when you go in the pub and order a nice pint, bisser, and light up. I love to do that.
Anymore, huh?
No, there's a couple of places in the UK where you can still do that. There's Robert and Graham, I think it's called, is a lovely little cigar shop in Cambridge, and not too far from me actually. And in there you can still have a pipe or a cigar, but they call it sampling. That's how they get away with it. So you go in there, you actually sample, not actually. That's how they get away with it.
Yeah, we had the smoking ban implemented in 2017 or 18. To not smoke in pubs and bars, but there are still some outlaw bars that just allowed it. The ones that didn't close down. Smoking ban, COVID.
The ones underground.
Now there was a place near me called the Camel's Breath Inn, and when the smoking ban came out in California, they rebelled and they kept going. You could still smoke there. Maybe now you can still. I don't know if they're still around.
Wow.
I know there's a bar that my wife and I would go to once in a while downtown. It's called Sandrini's. It's an old. It's made to look like an old Irish pub, but they have a smoke to get around that. They just put a big exhaust fan on the top of the building. And they actually said, "Oh, that's acceptable. That filters out the smoke." We're like, "Sure, it does."
Yep.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Bob, I missed you at 9 a.m. Have you been busy with your truck?
Yeah, I was
doing
driving
a live session.
Yeah, I took it in for new windscreen, but at that point, I was still driving and arguing with the people that was doing it. So
You didn't miss that much.
right, so I did your windscreen last week, and then it was leaking. So then you have to take it back to an ineptitude craftsman of this country, don't you? So
No problem. We'll see us next time at the next live.
when are you going to be doing that?
We still have no plan. Let's see.
All right, okay.
It's also a problem with copyright issues, so I can't promote it that much. Playing cover songs can cost you a lot of money in a live
All right, okay.
performance. Hmm?
You need to write your own.
Well, I could do that, but I just prefer to play the country classics.
Right, got you.
Sure.
When you say country classics,
Yeah.
Your country classics, Austrian,
U.S. American country classics.
really?
That's sad.
Not country and western. No, that's not music, is it?
They have really good lyrics, and the songs are quite easy to play.
My dog's just died. All that kind of thing, isn't it? And I met a girl or boy called Sue.
It's about trains and your mama and
Exactly.
horses.
Timeless songs.
The French eat horses. Do you know that? Oh,
no.
Do you eat horse in Austria?
Pardon?
Do you eat horse in Austria?
No.
No, well, the French do. Well, not in Austria. They don't go to Austria to eat horse. They eat horse.
So, yeah, of course we do eat horse. It's sometimes hard to find, but yes.
Really?
You can get horse meat.
You know, in England and Britain, we love horses, but not in a sandwich.
We have something called Leberkäse, which is translated as liver cheese. It's mashed up meat and
and horse cheese.
The #1 working class meat.
Really?
Wow. All the construction workers at the break go and eat a sandwich with this meat inside, and it's also made of horse meat.
Do you like it?
Yes, in limited amounts.
Okay.
If you eat a little too much, it gets disgusting.
Yeah.
Does it give you the gallops? That one went over his head.
I didn't understand this word.
I said, "Oh right, well, right." I'll try and translate. Right, gallops could be like problems with the bowels, the runs.
Yeah,
yeah, as in eating horse meat. Sorry.
No, you're just fed up from this. If you eat too much, it just gets more and more.
Yeah. What you're trying to tell me, it didn't translate.
I'm glad Mrs. Trucky's not watching this. She horses.
Have we got any tumbleweed? No. Oh, Chris.
David, I know you've got. Dave. I know you've got a horse farm. What's your view on horses? Do you ride?
I do.
That's a bit personal, isn't it, Mum?
I don't.
You can't take him anywhere, can you?
I don't eat them.
Dave, get those red cards out. No, I don't. But
you should taste them. You should try them.
They have horses, and there's plenty of horses round here. When I was about 5, I was on Blackpool Beach, and I've been seeing the Cisco Kid and the Lone Ranger. I've got my donkey. These are donkeys, mules. And I got on this mule, and I was all I know to drive these things, but they're all towing you around with the rest of us. I was very disappointed. So it scarred me for life, and I went back on.
Well, you ride David, yeah?
You're asking me if I ride David?
No, I'm asking.
not on camera.
Put your whiskey down.
It's his Commonwealth. He's quite strong.
This media has taken a turn.
Have you got a license for this Zoom meeting, Dave?
But in Austria, riding is much more a woman's thing. You hardly find males riding horses.
There's a lot
That's
of
like that
women.
in Yorkshire. That's like that in
99%
Yorkshire as
females.
well.
Oh,
This is getting
Nick,
worse.
I'm saying nothing.
Moving on.
Your
Moving
next
on.
word carefully.
No, most of the girls I see sit in the saddle. But there is a lot of girls like horses, don't they? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, well, here they do. Go, Sheriff's back. Change the subject.
Yeah. Funny.
We have whole communities here dedicated to horses. There's where they have trails, and everybody has a horse, and they ride the horse into town, and you know, they don't use cars too much.
Good.
There's a couple of whole cities like that here
Wow.
that are based around horses.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We still have them here. They use them for the police, actually, for policing. And if there's anything royal going on, they'll bring out majority of the horses will come out.
Well, Central Park in New York still has horse mounted police, I think.
Oh.
It's the only way they can patrol it. It's just a large, you know, there's paths, but they have horses there.
Yeah, they ride them right in Times Square. They ride them right down the street. They're all over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Can you smoke in? I have actually been to New York, but I wasn't smoking at the time. But can you smoke in the cities, or is it a no-no? Can you get arrested?
I didn't see anyone smoking in Central Park. I only visited, so but people were smoking.
Yeah, so most of the cities here in the U.S. when the smoking ban came through, they actually issued some grandfathers. So like Washington D.C. has 2 cigar bars that you can go to still. New York City's got 5.
Wow.
I mean, from thousands down to 5. You know, it's crazy.
I know Boston, you can smoke in LJ Peretti's, and they've got other lounges. In New York, yeah. Here in the West Coast, there's cigar lounges all over in California. They're around. I shouldn't say all over. I can count 5 that I know of in the whole state, but there's more.
Yeah.
But
So you can't even smoke in the street.
You know, a lot of times there's signs that say no pipe smoking, and they have the pipe and they say no pipe smoking, but they let
No
you
pipe smoking.
You can smoke a cigarette or a vape.
That's
They
crazy.
specifically say no pipe smoking.
Discrimination.
What about on the beaches? Can you smoke on the beaches?
Yeah,
On the
I have.
Hey, Dave.
They're not going to bug you. They're not going to arrest you.
Yeah.
But around here, even the cigar lounges had to close down. No exceptions.
Wow.
Really?
Smoking ban.
That is strict.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, a good friend of mine, he was out in New Zealand, and he said it's really strict. Like, he was trying to buy some cigars and some pipe tobacco, and he said it was like trying to buy, like, you know, drugs. He said I had to meet this random guy behind in this warehouse, and he came out, and he had it all like in this like weird wrapper, like, and he said it was just like, it was literally really strange. He said because in New Zealand they are so strict.
In San Francisco, there's a lot of weed on the streets. That's all I can say. So I don't think anyone would notice if I were walking down a pipe with a pipe, but maybe they would. I don't know. But there's some serious weed smells everywhere you go in California.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, so
you can pull up to a.
People drive down the street and you can smell the weed cars as they go by because they're just this cloud surrounds them.
My wife's
they're everywhere.
How does that don't get any work done?
I'm sure it's the weed and not the homeless crapping on the sidewalk.
I know. Yeah.
In some countries, weed will be cheaper than pipe tobacco soon, if it isn't the case already.
Yeah.
It is the case. It's much cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Pretty reasonable here. I understand. I don't know.
Well, I smoke downtown all the time.
I like how Scott says he doesn't know.
Yeah. I wouldn't know. I've heard. No, I know the young kids around here. They can get weed if they want, and if a teenager can afford weed, then it's got to be cheap.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I think it's never happened to me, surprisingly, but I have heard like some people in the Y2PC, especially in the UK, where they said that they've been like smoking their pipe, and unfortunately they get like some teenagers coming on there. Man, is that like weed in there or like crack?
Yeah,
And it's crazy because like no, it's just pipe tobacco.
it's pipe tobacco.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a shame because it is an old tradition, and it's a shame that more younger people don't, instead of smoking weed, they turn to the pipe and smoke some proper tobacco.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking for the
At least you know what you're getting as
movies
well.
with.
That's another thing.
Yeah, I still see movies on TV all the time with pipe smokers in them, and in it because the old movies still play and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Smoking pipes, so it's still out there in the cultural milieu. You still see pipe smoking, but not in public generally. So I think it eventually will make a comeback with the cigars.
I think you're right, Scott. I mean, I can only speak for myself. When I was a young lad, my uncle used to smoke a pipe, and I love the smell as you do. But the key to me, a resounding, resonance, if you like, is Basil Rathbone.
Yes.
The Sherlock Holmes series, and Dr. Watson smoking his bulldog. It's just so that was it. 17 at the time, I got my first pipe and tobacco.
Yeah, I grew up with Basil Rathbone. Yeah, and him and Watson would come in and they'd get in there, sit down and smoke a pipe.
Get his tobacco out of his velvet slipper, wasn't it, Professor?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Well, I was saying before, I had mentioned, I think it with Professor, back in some of those old films, the good guys smoked a pipe, the bad guys smoked cigarettes. A bit like the old westerns, the white hats and the black hats. Talking of black hats, how many we they were always the black guys.
Well, I don't know if any of you've seen the kind of the new reboot of Maltese Falcon, not the Sam Spade. It's now on, I guess, Amazon, maybe Monsieur Spade.
Oh yeah, I've seen
But
advertised.
in it, when it shows like he's going to the doctor and the doctor's telling him he's got to quit smoking cigarettes, and the doctor's smoking a pipe, and it kind of makes out like that Sam Spade's not even considered smoking a pipe. But if you go back to the original Maltese Falcon movie, and one of the scenes when he's waking up in his bedroom or office, it shows a whole little pipe stand. They're full of pipes, and I'm like, so it's like I guess they forgot Sam Spade smoked a pipe.
Mm-hmm.
But why they're just they were trying to weed out, I guess, him smoking a cigarette and for modern times. But
yeah, they lose something in those, that's for sure. Hey Ed.
Gentlemen, I'm gonna have to go and sort tea out for the guys and the family. It's been an absolute pleasure, David. Thank you for putting it together, mate. And it's
You're
good
welcome.
to see and meet everyone.
Thanks, Bob.
Take care, rest easy. Yeah, Bob. Family, guys.
Bye. See you, Bob.
Nice meeting you.
Dave, I'm gonna step off too. I gotta go make my next hour-long video.
Okay, Dave. Look forward to your video.
Bye,
See you, Dave.
See you later, bye. Good to catch you.
While we were still on the subject of movies and smoking, I just caught a YouTube video that this guy had just noticed that Disney is trying to re-release all their old movies and removing all the evidence of smoking through computer animation.
Wow.
And some of it's funny because they still have the mannerisms, and they're like walking around like you walk around like this with a pipe with nothing in his hand.
Yeah, I think it was Lady and the Tramp
Well,
had a
basically,
pipe smoker. The
Yes, right.
and
101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
101 Dalmatians. Yep.
Yeah.
And then you have what was it? Those, remember the Disney shorts? They had one with Goofy, and the name of it was called The Art of Smoking.
Oh,
Wow.
Really?
And he's sitting there smoking cigarettes, and he's like, maybe I'll try to be something a little more, classy. So he moves on to this giant calabash pipe, and somebody tried to doctor up this video, and it was just hilarious. I can't remember the name of the channel, but I'll have to link it to you guys somehow. And it's hilarious with the anti smoking and that, just they're just trying to rewrite, practically rewrite history and just erase all evidence of anything like that.
When I went to the park as a young lad, they had smoking in the park, and there was actually a tobacco shop on
Yes.
Main Street for a while.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They did. I've seen several Disney pipes being, in videos marked, with Disney, Disneyland, and the tobacco. They have their own tobacco blends.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I just watched a documentary on the smoking in the park, and because every picture you saw, Walt had a cigarette, or once in a while he had a pipe.
He's a cigarette.
I always saw that, and I got on eBay. I was like, I wonder if I could find one of those old corncob pipes they used to sell there.
Mm-hmm.
And the cheapest one I saw that sold for that and a banged up looking tin of Disneyland blend was over $750.
Wow.
Wow.
Crazy.
And I was like, well, there goes that collector's item.
Yeah.
There was an antique store here next to Disneyland. There's another park called Knott's Berry Farm, and in the antique shop, I found a cob that said Knott's Berry Farm on it. Paid $10 for it or so. So I got that, and it says, it's a cob, right? Just a small cob,
Mm-hmm.
Missouri Meerschaum though, and it says Knott's Berry Farm on it.
It is smokable.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
okay. I didn't know they're trying to sell you a piece of plastic or something.
No, it's a smokable pipe. I haven't smoked it, but it just sits there on a shelf. It's kind of cheap. It's a cheap sort of thing. They just put a label on a corn cob.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hey Dave, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'll be right back, guys. I gotta make a call.
Okay.
Hey, have somebody check on the chat. There's a couple people in there that wanted to pop in and say hi, and see if you can get some email and have our resident technical wizard send them an email.
He's resigned. He's gone.
Hey, hey guys.
Hi, Ed.
Hey, Ed.
Want to say hi?
Oh,
I had
hello.
trouble getting on or not getting on, knowing what the heck was going on here.
You're not.
We all had the same troubles.
Yeah. Good to know.
Officer still wondering what's going on here.
Let me see if I
Great.
can.
Oh, sorry.
Nice.
Can I ask a serious question?
No.
Does anyone of you know somebody that really had health issues from pipe smoking?
No.
To this date, I still know no one.
Never met anybody that's had health issues from pipe smoking.
Yeah.
Each
No.
person that I know that has ended up with cancer that smoked a pipe was somebody that smoked cigarettes
Ooh.
and pipes. So,
And from a doctor, I know that the people that got cancer in the mouth area and so also were heavy drinkers, really heavy drinkers, combined with tobacco use.
My grandfather smoked.
Like, before that said, like, drinking alcohol removes kind of a, sort of like a, I don't know, like a protective layer in your mouth. And so if you're heavily smoking and that layer is removed, then yeah, you could get, mouth cancer. But I think you got to be doing both pretty heavy. I think you got to be drinking heavy and smoking heavy for that to create a problem. But
I know my grandfathers all smoked pipes. They smoked cigarettes, unfiltered cigarettes, but with these heavy natural tobaccos from back then. And they all reached an old age.
Yeah.
All 80 and up.
Can I say, Chris, in Great Britain, the manufacturers such as Samuel Gareth, Hogarth, it is all natural. Even the additives are natural, and that's part of the license really in this country. So there we go. I may have missed it, Chris. What is that pipe you've got there, please? It's a Meerschaum.
It's a Meerschaum from Strambach, Austria.
It looks gorgeous. It looks very. It's not, but it looks very similar to the 7LE320, doesn't it? But a bit, a bit more to it. Lovely
might
pipe.
be, but it's just circumstance.
Very nice.
Yeah, but it is nice. Lovely pipe.
Yeah, the company started in 1900, I guess, and they closed down a few years ago, mostly because they didn't get Turkish Meerschaum anymore.
Yeah.
The Turks don't export raw Meerschaum.
Right.
Wow.
They just export finished pipes, and that was the finish for Strambach pipes.
Yeah. Excuse my ignorance, but there is also Meerschaum from Africa, no?
Not as good.
But it's not as good. Is that the reason?
It's more.
I can't tell if it's as good, but they don't get this Meerschaum anymore since 20 years.
Yeah.
In Tanganyika, the mines were depleted. They didn't get Meerschaum anymore, and I guess from some third world country, Somalia maybe, they have Meerschaum, but it's impossible to harvest this Meerschaum due to civil war and all that's going on. So that's about 20 years ago, the last African Meerschaum was used. And from smoking, I don't know the differences between the Meerschaum types. I'm really no Meerschaum expert.
I don't possess a Meerschaum.
No, unfortunately, I don't either. Definitely.
I think every pipe smoker should have at least one Meerschaum.
I have
the unwritten rule.
I want a Meerschaum really badly. I'm just looking for the right one. That's a great way of smoking there, Chris. I love that Meerschaum.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, Vienna and Budapest, Hungary, these were the epicenters of Meerschaum carving until the Second World War, or until the First World War. When the Austrian Empire fell apart, also the Meerschaum tradition ended mostly.
Yeah. My sister bought me a Meerschaum
well.
that was I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say that it stays nice and cool, doesn't it, as well? So for like any tobaccos that are quite warm, the ones that are like infused with like whiskey and rum, and that would be quite good, I think, in there. Yeah,
but is the bowl cool? Is the bowl cool, Chris? Does it stay cool? Is it as cool as a dry?
I don't know if it's a block Meerschaum or if it's made of Vienna Meerschaum, which is slightly different, but it gets warm and it also gets hot if you push on it.
All right.
This one stays pretty cool. Like made it disappear. Yeah, look at that.
That's wizardry.
Anyway, stays pretty cool.
Good.
It also has a massive bowl. Mine is rather slim.
Yes.
Thin wall.
Yeah.
They don't build up a char, right? They just kind of stay like they
They
are.
build up a char as any other pipe.
They do?
Yes, they do actually. Yeah, they'll build a cake, and you have to clean it because the Meerschaum is porous, so you don't want to have a cake on the Meerschaum because it causes it to have problems.
Okay.
Yeah, but they will build up a cake eventually. Yeah.
And it also does ghost. If you smoke some heavy aromatics, you will notice.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I see that there's a myth, isn't it? I've got is that it doesn't ghost, but it could. It can.
It could, yes.
Yeah. Well, may I just take advantage? Randy, that pipe you've got there, can you hear me? Randy? 3, 2, 1, you're back. Oh, well, there we go. What is that, Randy? I know it's a pipe.
It's 7LE.
Oh, I thought so.
It's aroma.
A who? A rocker?
Aroma.
Aroma. Ah, Italian aroma.
It's a 7 Alley.
Freddie Savinelli.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sorry, I
Great
have
pipe.
That's what I just picked up. Savinelli. It says it's called a cocktail.
like
Little
talk to me.
shorty.
My phone's stuck on this thing. Phyllis Diller.
She'll ghost your phone.
Yeah, she has.
Well, guys, I just came
Runs
in and I have to
the word
leave
ghosting,
already.
doesn't
Oh,
Gotta
thanks,
leave
Ed, for
already.
showing up. Thank you,
What are
Ed.
you doing today?
it? Ed.
What?
Yeah, so yeah, one Central team from visiting, going back to
Someone's cured me Phyllis Diller. They've sent me, I don't know, one person might recognize it. Someone might be getting the yellow card. No names, no Pat Drill Professor. Happy days. So, Ed's a lightweight.
I don't think any of us said bye to him, unfortunately.
Where's he gone?
His pipe went off.
I want a Meerschaum pipe, but boy, I have a hard time paying $200-300 for a pipe. So
Oh,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
You
I
can
saw a
look for
beautiful one on
estate
GQ.
pipes. There's lots of Meerschaum pipes out there, used ones.
yeah,
I saw a beautiful one, but again, it was a little bit too expensive.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, walking around the country with that, I ended up probably dropping it, and I don't know how durable they are. As in, if you did drop it on a
No, not durable at all. It'll break.
No,
Yeah, they'll break.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I
it'd
don't,
be more of a
I don't take mine anywhere really. Because for that reason, I mean, I actually took it to a pipe club meeting but I put it in the case and all that. So it's not something you just drop in your backpack. That's for sure. Yeah.
I'm gutted I lost my beautiful Nordin. I had another Nordin that my lady got me. And we went on a holiday. We went on a boating holiday. We had a nice boat on the Norfolk Broads. And I don't know where it went. I don't know if I left it there, if it fell off the boat. I just didn't recognise it. But it was beautiful. Yeah, Eric Nordin. Really nice freehand. So I thought maybe if I left it on the boat, I reckon someone else is enjoying it. But I called the company up, and they're like, "No, we haven't seen it." I was like,
Oh, that's sad.
May I ask, Benjamin, when you're at Norfolk Broads is a beautiful part of the world. Were you actually captaining the boat? Was it a motor
me and my
launch?
lady, we took the children with us, and yeah,
Brilliant.
So
Wow.
yeah, it
What a
was
place.
phenomenal to have a smoke on the back of a
Yeah.
boat. Absolutely one of the best places I've smoked. Actually, really, really nice. With all the
Malcolm,
wildlife around you.
Malcolm Gate, that's his favourite spot to go on the Broads.
Great
He goes
for
at
fishing as
least
well.
twice a year.
Wow.
Yeah. But I was gutted when I got back. I was like, "Where is that pipe?" So we're going again. We're going again this year, actually. But I'll be taking some just cheap corn cobs with me. And if you drop that, just
No, you got to take a briar at least. You
I'll take
can't-
a briar.
You've got to
I'll take a Louis
celebrate
King.
the moment, haven't you? It's one of those
Yeah.
magical places.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I take a briar with me usually if I'm traveling. I'll take a cheap briar though, just in case.
Yeah. Just in case. We do again. You leave it somewhere, someone probably would pick it up. Unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
They'd either pick it up to sell it, or if it's another pipe smoker, they might be generous and give it back to you. But some people, they will just be like, "Oh, that looks nice," and they'll just, The one thing I can't stand is when you see people with a wonderful collection of pipes and they don't smoke them.
Yeah.
And come on, you can't. You got to smoke.
Can I just say, Benjamin, if we see Malcolm Gate smoking a meerschaum that he may have found on the Norfolk Broads, I'll give you a shout.
I also have some very old vintage pipes, unsmoked from the 30s or 40s, and I really hesitate to fire them up.
Well, there's an old adage, isn't there? It's like people with classic cars. You've got to use them to appreciate them. I believe. I mean, everyone to his own, but
Yeah.
You know, Chris, you might just tempt with one of them and see how it goes. Then
I
you're on the
smoke them
slippery
all. I get
slope.
old pipes. I smoke them.
Chris, there's that small pipe I was telling you about. I still have to make a video for it. But look how small this thing is.
Oh yeah.
Can you see
I
it?
can't see it right now.
So small I can't see it.
Yeah.
I see it right now.
Oh, there.
Too small.
He's teasing us.
Ah,
Nice.
but it's a nice one.
That is a nice.
Nose warmer.
But old, right?
The story behind this, I've got this pipe here. If you remember in my video last year when I said my uncle passed away, this pipe they found in his drawer with a tin of Winston. But it's an iron tin with tobacco in it. The
Wow.
tobacco is so dry. I'm making a video on Monday or Tuesday for you. And I will show you the tobacco, the tin, and the story of this pipe.
Lovely.
And the pipe too.
Looking
It's a
forward to
very
it.
small pipe. I think
That
4
would
or 5 puffs and it's done.
Mm. If filled with a flake tobacco that you roll to a tight bowl and stick it in, you can smoke very, very long on such small pipes.
Yeah.
Don't
Cutting
underestimate
tobacco.
small pipes.
I know, but if you got the right tobacco, but if you got dry Virginia tobacco, it's going to burn away quickly.
Talking about some like filling, the bowl is has ever tried like using cubes? Like I've never done this. I was interested in is getting like a plug and cut it into cubes and smoking it that way.
I wonder.
I've diced up a cob, and they didn't work for me, so I had to take it out and then prepare it again, and then it does last a long time. It's quite obviously it's quite condensed, isn't it? Quite dense. I find the Gareth Hogarth blends like Bosun Cut Plug in small pipes. With a slow cadence, once you get it going and you can enjoy it, you're not rushing around doing something. You can just be reading a book or listening to music or joining friends on Zoom, that kind of thing. I'm just on St. Bruno now in a Peterson's 120 from
That's lovely.
That's a nice
1970.
Wow.
Very nice indeed, Steve.
Older than me.
Don't
brag.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, thanks for that, Chris.
the flake tobaccos I always have trouble with them. I haven't quite mastered them yet as far as stuffing them and eating them. I always find that I have to puff too hard to keep them lit.
Yeah,
flake tobaccos. I do have the solution at hand.
Yeah,
there you go.
I was going to ask about those. Yeah, I was looking to buy something like that. So, nice
grinder.
How does that work, Chris? Chris,
You get it in the shops where they sell. Pardon?
How does that work?
They sell those at the shops where they sell the accessoires for the weed smokers.
Oh,
Usually
right.
they are made out of plastic, but there are also nice wooden ones.
Oh, right.
Just put the flakes inside, close it.
Oh, I see. Right.
Then you get fine shag tobacco out.
Oh, very good. I'll have to look for one of those.
That's especially with such hard to get lit tobaccos.
I wonder if like a mincer or for meat or even coffee grinder, or is that make it too fine?
Well, you can
Probably.
pick those up at the same
Then you
shop.
can snuff it through your nose.
Yeah, I thought I've got a few extra coffee grinders around, but I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to put.
Well, actually, a friend of ours, he actually started a snuff business, getting tobacco from Samuel Gowith, and uses his wife's coffee grinder, and that's how he started his business. And that's Sir Walter Scott snuff. And Johnny Scott was our guest on the Pith Helmet Matinee. We had two lovely sessions. Well, it came into 2 sessions, didn't it? But what a wonderful guy. He's really down to earth. But he's very much of the outdoor country, shooting, fishing, horse riding fraternity. Yeah, with great respect for the countryside, may I say. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Playing football.
Sorry?
Monkey playing football.
Oh yeah, monkeys, but no. Well, you need to see, you know, which was that on the second one. Yeah, we certainly brought a few stories out. He had a series called The Countryman and Clarissa, and it was on the BBC. They actually, because of political correctness, one might say, they stopped it because of, you know, hunting, shooting, ferreting, whatever. The BBC didn't go on with the series. On top of that, the decision was made when certain things were said about the BBC at one of the meetings, and you will need to go and see Professor's Pith Helmet Matinee. I think you would enjoy it. There's bits of everything in there. Do you know which one it was, Professor? But it's on his playlist anyway, the Pith Helmet Matinee. And if you go and see Sir Johnny Scott, because he likes to be called John rather than Walter, he's the eldest son in the family, always got the name Walter Scott, but his second name was Walter John Scott. So rather than get mixed up with the guy that wrote Ivanhoe, as he said that lot, I call myself John.
That's number 23 and 24.
Oh, good.
Enjoy.
I'll look that up. I'm gonna step off, guys. I gotta go check in.
All right. Thanks, Scott.
So,
see you, Scott.
Nice to meet you.
I subbed you all, so I hope
to meet you.
Online.
Great. Very nice. We'll do it again.
Yeah, good to see you. Hey, Dave, maybe we should, before we go, tell the people on, you know, make a email list.
Right.
And, you know, make sure that people know that they need to get on like a mail out so that they can get their link. We had quite a few that didn't get to join. And so they need to send you an email or somebody here an email so they can get on your mail out list for the link.
I actually went through all the people that I subscribe with and looked for emails, and some had them available, and I emailed those. Others didn't. So yeah, that would be great to have an email list so that I could just send that link to everyone for the next time.
Yeah. So if you're out there watching this and you wanted to be a part of it, if you don't have your email on your YouTube channel, make sure you send in your email so we can put it on the list so you get the link next time.
Yeah. Yeah. CentralCalPiper@gmail.com would do it.
And all these serious topics.
That's right. No joking around.
Yeah.
No joking. No.
If you have your Falcon Pipe March 1st, we'll have our Falcon Friday.
Yes, those are great. I can always pop in from my morning break. Hope that my supervisor doesn't look for me. I can stay a little longer sometimes.
Oh, Professor, may I ask, the next Falcon Friday, are we having an open forum to non-Falcons that day? You may suggest it last time, I think.
I didn't suggest it. You suggested.
Well, I must have. You're blaming my tablets again. No, it's just there's a number of people that would like to jump on, but it is, get yourself a Falcon, I suppose.
Contract with a company.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I need it to substantiate my pension.
We're trying to sell as many Falcons as possible.
The shares are going up.
Falcon Pipe.
Yeah.
I haven't got myself one. I don't know why, but I need to get myself one.
Yeah.
He has sponsor requirements.
I think what always put me off them is just the cleaning, but because it's got the little coil, hasn't it? That you put a pipe cleaner in.
Yeah, that's
no,
right.
It's just a tube. It is just a tube. And because if you put the little filter in at the base, generally, as Professor saying, they're as clean as anything, and they do smoke very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I just take a pipe cleaner and wrap it around pin, a base of a pin, and clip them out, or you can buy them in a little package. But I just take a pipe cleaner, and you can get 4 or 5 little coils out of one pipe cleaner if you want to go the cheap route like me.
I saw someone hiking and they were smoking a Falcon. I thought, actually, that's a great pipe to smoke when you're on a hike.
Yeah. Very light, very, very portable. There you go.
Yeah,
yeah, I love them. They're great smokers. I've got about
2 weeks ago up at Chase the Falcon, but haven't smoked it yet.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
there you go, Steve. Yeah. Well, that's how it goes.
Yeah.
So you buy those individually. The little,
you can get a package of them. Yeah, you can buy the packages of the Falcon and pipe filters, or just make your own if you want with a pipe cleaner. Yeah.
Benjamin, if you go on My Smoking Shop in Preston and go on the Falcon, you'll see a particular one there for what we call the Jack Hargreaves tribute pipe. I don't know if you know who Jack Hargreaves was, but well, there you go.
No.
He was a countryman. He was a stalwart of the countrymen. And the old folklores and traditions. No longer with us, but a wonderful advocate of the British countryside and folklore traditions, I say.
Brilliant. Yeah. I'll get myself one.
Yeah, they're fun. They're good pipes.
Then I can join Falcon Fridays.
Oh, that'd be nice. Exactly. It's just once a month, isn't it? The first Friday in the month.
First Friday in the month, brilliant. Sounds good.
Has anyone of the Falcon smokers here, have anyone of you the international stem?
I do.
With the 6mm filter option? Is it worth it?
They smoke fine. The build isn't quite as nice as the metal ones. It's a plastic.
Just saw it on pictures.
Yeah. That's the first one actually I got because it seemed to be more in between like our standard, pipe and a Falcon. But I think the build quality isn't quite as nice, but they're great smokers still. I mean, it's got some plastic on it, but they're still nice smokers. The nice thing about it is you can change all the bowls out. That's really neat. So
yeah, cool.
Kind of fun.
Yeah, unfortunately, where I live, we don't have that many options with the bowls. Check the page you sent to me, the Smoke Shop UK.
Yeah,
they have much more options and really cool stuff there.
They do.
For the Falcons.
It's a great place.
I talked to Bob already. If he can check me something there.
Nice. Great.
I have another question with the Falcons: is how big are the bowls? Because online you can I've never seen one seen like in the flesh really. But are they like can you put flakes in there? Oh right, yeah.
Well, my experience is it's not a big. In fact, see Professor. You can get standard bowls, and Professor's going to show you one that's dangerous to low flying aircraft in a minute.
Oh yeah.
Have you got the large? There we go.
Yeah.
That's a nice.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Perfect flake bowl.
Yeah, it's nice on the bent stem as well. I mean, on a straight bowl, it's a little, top heavy, but on the bent bowl, it's a nice combination. Yeah, I have one of those.
Aesthetically pleasing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's even though you got this large of a bowl, it's fairly well balanced.
Yeah, it really is.
They are light. It's aluminium, the actual metal.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the largest one.
Yeah,
lovely. Thank you. That helps a lot.
I like these chimney style bowls for flakes.
Yeah. I think you're right,
need
Chris.
to tell that to the missus. Why I need it.
Literally, that's the smallest, and the other's the largest.
Yeah.
Well, Jack Hargreaves used to smoke the rusticated Dublin. You see him on his films, and that's why we've got this as the tribute pipe. He does smoke other pipes. Generally, it's a Falcon and the odd different bowl, but that's the one traditionally over a number of years he smoked.
Yeah.
Do those Falcons come with a filter?
They use a coiled up pipe cleaner basically for the filter, and that collects all the juices. But that's basically the filter type thing that they use. Yeah, there you go.
And you smoke it without it too. You don't gotta have that.
Yeah, I've done that numerous times. the neat thing about a Falcon is you can take that stem off. You can rinse it in the faucet, and if you to get all the majority of stuff off and dry it out, and it's perfect. And I even
That's nice.
I'll even rinse the bowls. I know you're not really supposed to, but I'll rinse them out and dry them quickly, and they're perfectly fine. So
Are the bowls made of metal or
no, they're
wood?
briar. Actually, they're briar as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They do have Measham. There are some Measham available as well. Measham lined and Measham.
That's right.
I have even seen corn cob bowls for Falcon pipes.
Yeah.
I have. That's right. Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, there was a guy selling the thread, the dyes that you can make the threads. You'll see those come up once in a while. So if you make your own bowls or can do that sort of thing, you can actually thread them with a specialized dye and make your own bowls. So if you're into that sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, we had
I would need to hit up Spencer.
Threads that you can attach to a bowl. That it's trying to think synthetic, material that you can attach to the bottom of the bowl, and then you can thread it on there too. So,
that's a good idea.
One of our original guests on the Falcon Friday, he actually makes these bowls in the States, and I can't think of his handle, unfortunately. But
Glenn in Australia, Glenn Top, he makes them, but he uses a friction fitting for them going down up there. So,
well, I've just gone the standards, and there's been no issues.
Yeah,
See, I used to be a bit of a briar snob, I would say, and then I don't know why, but I just started seeing people smoking corn cobs. And funny, over here we finally could get them, and I thought, all right, I'm going to smoke a corn cob. Got myself one, and I actually love it.
Oh, they're great.
So I think it'll be a similar situation when I get myself like a Falcon. But I used to just love the briar. I was always about the briar, and then I thought, I'm just gonna see, if there's any difference in smoking a corn cob. And there is a difference a little bit, especially if you've got a brand new tobacco and you're thinking, you want to get a really good taste. I find that the corn cob really does help.
It does. Corn cobs are really nice. Yeah, they have. And you can upgrade them to a forever stem. Those are really nice, the acrylic stems, if you want. And add a lot of variety. I've got a couple of the forever stems on my Country Gentleman cobs. Makes for a nice addition there.
They even now make 9mm filter stems.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's neat. It's good to know.
Well, all these tape filters that I got, that they came with filters, but I don't use them.
In one of my next.
Set.
I'm going to have to get going. The chores and the animals are calling.
All right, Randy. Thanks, Randy.
Thanks on board.
Good seeing you.
Randy, nice to meet you.
See you, Randy.
Bye-bye.
Bye. In one of my next green table videos, I will show a very old corn cob pipe by Missouri Meerschaum with a bamboo stem shank and a vulcanite stem with a stinger. Very rare item.
Wow.
From the 60s.
Wow.
I did write to Missouri Meerschaum and they responded. They said, show us the pictures, we tell you what it is.
That's neat.
It's great customer care.
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's right.
So from Dr. Grabo, you would never get a response.
Yeah, that's true.
For example.
Yeah. I have to admit, I was a little disappointed when I looked at the Missouri Meerschaum site and they have what's it called? They have weed pipes for corn cobs now on the website. But I guess as a business, you do whatever.
You have to survive. They have to compete.
They do. Yeah. Yeah.
The sheriff's taking all this in.
Eric, this whole stream is being recorded, buddy.
You get those blue lights flashing. Give him all the bells and whistles.
We'll spend the night in a cell somewhere after we signed off.
Yeah, exactly.
He
knows where I live too, so I'm really in trouble.
It's like you were family, buddy.
There's a gentleman that owns a really big cigar shop here in the UK, and he was talking about he's got a YouTube channel, and he mainly smokes cigars. And I don't know if I've seen him smoke a pipe, but he was saying that when he went, I think he might have been in California, and he was smoking on the beach, just a cigar. And he said it was really early in the morning, like 5:30 in the morning, no one was up, and he said he just got this tap on the shoulder from this cop, and they literally did arrest him. And when he got down to the station, he was like, "I was just smoking a cigar. I don't know what I was doing wrong." And he
Right.
used like the line, like, what, you know, because it's British, he used the line, what church would say. They'd be like, "Yeah, I'm just smoking on the beaches." So that's my dog.
Wow.
And yeah, but they let him off. They were like, yeah, just don't do it again. But he couldn't believe it. He was like, "What?" And he just found it so difficult because he was like, you can go into a cafe and smoke a joint, but you can't smoke a cigar on the beach.
Yeah. They should have just said he was transgender. They probably would have let him go right away.
Where's Greg when you need him? Printing Piper, may I ask where you got your handle from? How did it come about?
Oh, as a hobby, I do a lot of 3D printing of just about anything. I started to. I made a bunch of toys for my kids, and I made some stuff for David's his kids for Christmas, and
wow.
I finally found a machine that actually works. You don't have to constantly tinker with it to get it to create the whatever that you're trying to print. And I don't know, it just came to me one day. It's like, man, I want to have a cool handle like the rest of these cats. So I was like, I looked over at my machine on my table. I was like, that sounds, that kind of rolls off the tongue. 3D printing Piper. I was like, okay. So
he makes a pretty neat pipe stand too.
Yeah, I did make a pipe stand for David and for Spencer, and
very nice.
But
cool.
I saw some really good models for some new some other pipe stands that
there's the pipe stand. Oops. There's a pipe stand right there. It's
oh yeah.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it was
it's kind of
that's really interesting.
It's not showing up right because of my background, but it's got three. It's got 1, 2, or 3 depending upon how you hold it. But yeah, pretty nice.
There you go.
Yeah,
magic.
Yes, it is.
But I do have a general question. I put in chat a picture of a church warden I just bought, and I don't want it to jump on the whole Lord of the Rings train there, So, but I didn't notice until I got home and I was looking at it closer, and I was disassembled it, looking at it. The entire stem is made of aluminum. It's metal. Yeah. I didn't know that. It was like, hey, is this supposed to be wood? I felt kind of cheated. I was like, but I tried it out and I didn't realize that being outside, it was really cold and it made for a really cool smoke.
Yeah, they're nice. Sometimes I put that metal in there to strengthen the long stems. I've heard that before. So,
okay. But I looked at the cross section after I took it apart. That thing is solid aluminum with just a hole drilled through it, and I was like, okay, it's really lightweight.
Yeah.
But do you gentlemen own a clay pipe? Any clay pipes?
I have a ceramic pipe, but not an actual clay. Well, I do have a clay one actually. It's a black clay one. It's in my office. It's on this picture somewhere, but yeah, I do have a black clay pipe. It gets very hot, but it was really inexpensive, and it's kind of neat. It's a German clay pipe. It's black, and it's almost like a semi church warden. But yeah, it has an acrylic stem though, unlike most clay pipes, which have a clay stem, and sometimes guys will put in so it won't stick for lips.
Speaking of Spencer, how is he?
He's good. Yeah, trying to get him back involved here. He's just busy with school, and I guess he decided that I think he felt obligated to make the videos, which is nice when he does. He does a great job, but he's a bit of a perfectionist. So I think he he's just gotten so busy. I'm hoping he gets his interest back because he has a lot of pipes and tobacco and all. I think he will. I think when the weather gets warm, he'll really get back into it again. Plus, he'll have more time in the summer. He's going to be teaching summer school, but he'll have a lot more time, I think. I'm sure he'll get back into it.
Who is this?
Yeah, I really enjoyed
My son, Spencer.
Mm.
His channel is the Pipe Shed, and he's made several videos, but he kind of dropped off a few months ago. Yeah, so hoping he gets back into it.
Yeah, and
He's the one that got.
he has some great production value. I love watching this.
He bought me this pipe when I was a lot younger. I bought a couple of pipes and would smoke them occasionally, and I kind of put them aside when the kids were born. But about 3 years ago for Father's Day, he got me a couple of pipes. This was actually the first one he got me. Still a basket pipe, but he got me this and a tin of early morning pipes. So he kind of got me. That's what got me started with pipe smoking, and so I've started buying a lot of pipes and tobaccos. But yeah, so he's the one that got me started again because he knew that I liked him from his childhood. I remember just playing with my old pipes and all that sort of thing. So yeah, he got me back into it. So hopefully he'll be back online soon.
And he's also a good guitar player and singer.
He is a good guitar player and singer. Yes, he's very talented that way. He's always been able to pick up an instrument, play it relatively quickly. So yeah, he's a good kid.
He doesn't play country and western, does he?
Not so much.
The dog's dead. My wife's left me. Yeah. Blink a block. Sorry, Chris. I'm a terrible person. I am.
Yeah, but it's real life. Real life lyrics.
Yeah, well, I must admit, Jim Reeves. You're too young to know Jim Reeves, but
I know Jim Reeves.
Yeah.
Lizard.
Well, there you go. Well, I'll Jim Reeves. Yeah, there you go.
Jim
He's
Reeves
all right.
also singing Afrikaans, right?
Yeah.
Yusuf.
Yes.
Really?
Yes. That's why I say we all know Jim Reeves.
I had an album in my hands where he sings in Afrikaans, but I didn't purchase it. Then I made up my mind and it was gone and never seen it again anywhere.
Ah, boy.
Jim Reeves was great in South Africa, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Jim
I'd love
Reeves,
to go
you
to
can
a
find
concert
them
and-
selling his CDs all over the streets in Nigeria.
Huh. Who knew?
Really?
Bootleg, but
I'd love to.
There's
go to
only
like a
5
live
more miles to Marianne.
listen to some really nice music and smoke a pipe. That'd be great. Like an outside concert. And yeah, I have done it a couple of times. Smaller, there's been like a band playing, like a beer garden. And I've been able to light up a pipe, and yeah, really nice. Like music and pipe smoking goes hand in hand, doesn't it? Really.
That's right. Yes, it does. Yeah, definitely.
Pipe smoking is very bad for my singing voice. I can't smoke and then sing.
Ah.
And cigar smoking is no problem, but pipe smoking is very, very bad. Don't know why.
That's funny. I'll never forget reading about Nat King Cole, how he used to smoke before he went into the recording studio because he felt that it enhanced his voice. Of course, he smoked a lot. He smoked cigarettes,
When I smoke a cigar, my voice gets deeper for singing.
Ah, yeah.
And when I smoke a pipe, it's gone.
That's the way it is. I was like that in soccer, Chris. I used to, playing soccer. I found running down the wing, it got a bit hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll have to Google and translate that later.
Yeah. I've thought about riding my bike with a pipe. That doesn't work well either. So, I mean, a bicycle, pedaling bicycle. I might start a new trend. Who knows?
I'd probably see Greg smoking a pipe on his motorcycle.
Yeah, that's right.
Just to be a rebel, just because he can.
Just because he can. That's right.
But back in the day, several pipe companies make pipes with windshields, especially when you're driving an open-topped car.
Really?
And that.
Ah, cool. I had no idea.
Cool.
Well, they were quite popular, the open-top cars, back in the 50s, weren't they?
Yeah.
He says.
I've actually never used a wind shield pipe, like with the little top on.
Oh, the wood strings. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've just used them mainly to hold my tobacco when I pack my pipes for work.
I don't know if that qualifies.
Whoa, there's one. Yes, it does.
Wow. Who's the maker of this?
He's got 3 letters, Chris. Professor knows because he's got an exact same pipe, and Silvio was able to decipher it. Is it BK? Professor, you still with us? 3, 2, 1.
I can't remember what it was.
It's a Swiss maker, huh? Am I right?
It could well be. It's just they stopped making these in 1974, I believe. But it's just 3 letters and it's stamped on here. And with my eyesight, Chris, I have
BBK or something like that.
That's it.
Yeah, I think that is.
Yeah, it's Swiss
In
made.
1974, I was running around in diapers.
I was as well, Yusuf, but I was 20 years of age. Sorry. You had to be there.
I was thinking if you keep smoking, it might end up like that again. Hopefully not, but.
Well, diapers. I'm not far off, Dave.
David,
Country Piper. When were you born?
1991.
I'm not the youngest in here.
My daughter was born in 1991. My daughter Emily was born in 1991.
It's a good year. I'm pleased I was born then because I remember when there wasn't, we had dial-up internet. I remember that coming in, and then the smartphones. So I do remember the old Nokia phones and that. So I feel like it was a good time to be born.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Nowadays, with youngsters,
talking about old
Nokias,
Nokias.
they don't understand.
There you go.
I do have one, just like that. They called it the Mars bar.
My first the size of a brick.
There's a candy called the Mars bar in this country, and they called that one the Mars bar because it resembled the Mars bar is a lot smaller than they were. I've got to say.
Yes,
they are.
It had Mars bars here for a while, and then
I purchased it in 2012, and it is still working.
Nice.
We have a chocolate bar here. It's called the Yorkie, and it used to have like the whole "No Girls Allowed." Actually, used to say that on there on this chocolate bar. It's like a real big, chunky, chocolate bar called the Yorkie, and they would just have like "No Girls Allowed," a little like picture of a little girl.
Benjamin,
and now it's like you don't get that nowadays.
Yeah, but Benjamin, when the Yorkie bars came out, they were really solid bars, and it was it was like the truck drivers' confectionery.
Yeah.
So Bob's probably got a few boxes of them.
Yeah.
So Chris, when were you born?
81.
Sorry.
81.
81.
1981.
That's when I graduated from high school.
So I'm 30 years older than yourself. No, I won't go there, but there we go.
Yeah. and I hope 30 years wiser.
Maybe. Leave that one. 30 years more experience, let's say that.
Yeah.
So Steve, when you started smoking your pipe, was you just smoking it inside, or have you always been?
Well, when I first started, I only smoke in the office indoors because when I was writing the book, I was given license and I've never given it up. But when I first started smoking, I was working in a board and paper making factory. I was 17, so you couldn't smoke there, so it was always outside. And obviously, I wasn't allowed to smoke at home, so it was always outside.
Yeah.
But generally, I do smoke outside. It's just a situation like this, or if I'm doing a video.
Yeah, same.
I've got the window open, so I'm upsetting the neighbours. Yeah. They're all there.
The
What's
thing
that
is, in
word?
England, we don't get the best weather, so you have to kind of smoke sometimes inside.
Yes, yeah, well, but even so, it is nice to be outside and enjoy a pipe,
100%.
like you do on your walks with the dog there.
Yeah, 100%. It's different. It's different style of smoking. It's different.
I think the taste is enhanced. The whole pleasure for me is enhanced being outdoor.
Yeah. Yeah, it is better indoors for some reason. I agree.
Do you smoke when you fish? Do you smoke when you fish?
Sorry?
Do you smoke when you fish?
Yes, when I'm in the river, I'm on the right. I mean, wading in the river. I've got the pipe there. I've got the right fly. I'm just smoke along. Yeah.
Nice.
So, and that is so pleasurable. I can't tell you. Even just caught a few fish, go and sit on the bank, just savor the moment. That's it. And people don't ask you any questions. You see, you got your fishing rod and that. They just go past. Have a good day. You know, it's just pleasurable. And the wildlife, you know, out on the river is wonderful. Any time of year.
Mm-hmm.
I like going into North Wales.
Well. Like going back to when I was on the Norfolk Broads again, it's stunning. I've actually done a bit of fishing up in Scotland, and that was lovely. But at the time, I wasn't smoking. So again, I have to revisit and have a nice smoke and a malt up in the Highlands.
Well, when you're fishing on the Norfolk Broads, it'd be coast fishing. In Scotland, do you do any fly fishing?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a newbie, so I went with a really experienced fisher, and he showed me the ropes.
You learn.
Yeah.
It's just being out there, putting a fly on the water. It's like golf. Yeah, I suppose I don't play golf, but you crack that ball. That's all you're thinking about. The whole.
It's great for your mental health.
The whole of your life, when you catch that fish or a fish takes your fly, it's in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's there. It's just forget whatever else is happening in the world.
Yeah, true that.
Oh, getting old, melancholy.
Send the link out for the Jack Hargraves pipe. The only thing is right now they say they're out of stock.
Again?
Yeah.
Again?
I guess that's a good sign. People are buying them.
I only spoke to them last week when I ordered my tobacco, and they said we've just restocked.
Well, I need to call them and just check because they may not have updated the website.
Oh, they did. They did. I did check. They did. So it's gone out of stock again now. But mainly it's they will be back in stock very shortly. All you have to do is tick a box, and if you're interested, they'll just let you know they're back in stock.
Well, guys, I should probably take off. My wife has sent me a couple texts, so I'm gonna
only two. Only two, Dave. Are you getting in trouble?
Yeah.
Are you? Well, can we just stand another 10 minutes?
You know what? I'll keep it going. Can I just?
No. I'm going to have to go.
Okay.
Yeah, same here.
Well, David, thank you so much for hosting this.
You're very welcome.
You might let me on again. I don't know.
Oh yes, definitely. It's been a pleasure, and we'll do it again. I'm trying to figure out how often, but at least once a month, maybe a couple times. You know.
I think it's better to do it more often with lesser people, because if there are too many people,
Chris.
everyone is talking crisscross. No one understands anything.
Yeah. I get the message, Chris.
Better do it more often with fewer people.
Have to have a lottery system where I roll the dice.
He can be so cruel as well as brutal.
Well, guys, I really appreciate you stopping in. We'll do it again, and I'll make sure I get you all.
Thank you very much for this. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome, you
guys.
Gentlemen, lovely to see you.
Thanks, Chris.
See you all.
See you, Sheriff.
Great meeting you guys. Appreciate you having me.
Thanks, Jacob. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Professor, thank you for dropping in both days. I've really appreciated your help. It's been a pleasure. Ben, thank you so much.
Great to see everybody.
Yeah.
Same here. It's been lovely. Catch you guys. Stay safe.
Hey, cheers. Bye.